Be with us here for this special announcement at Progressive Field. Obviously, a very historic day in our team's history. Very shortly, we are going to show a video which will be followed by remarks from Indians owner Paul Dolan, from our president of operations Brian Barron, as well as Indians manager Tito Francona. Paul and Brian will then be available for brief one-on-one interviews at the end of today's presentation. All of us here within this organization are looking forward to taking ownership of this new name, one that helps us better unite this incredible city. We are excited to unveil the next chapter in our franchise history, so let's take a look.
We are a city on the rise, forging into the future from our ironed-out past. We are a city of fire and water, of trees and towers, built through generations of blue collars and the brightest scholars, and all of those who have worked harder. We hold tight to our roots and set our sights on tomorrow. And this is our team that has stood with our city for more than a century, from Old Municipal to the corner of Carnegie. A team that has seen its own progress and prosperity. Its history flows like the river through the heart of this city. A history that has given us miraculous moments. Moments that spanned years and others 22 games. Moments that broke barriers and moments that broke hearts. Moments that prove this is more than a game. We remember those moments as we move forward with change. You see, it has always been Cleveland. That's the best part of our name. And now it's time to unite as one family, one community, to build the next era for this team and this city, to keep watch and guard what makes this game the greatest, to come together and welcome all who want to join us. We are loyal and proud and resilient. We protect what we've earned and always defend it. Together we stand with all who understand what it means to be born and built from the land. Because this is a city we love and a game we believe in. And together we are all Cleveland Guardians.
Good afternoon to all our fellow Cleveland Guardians. Excuse me. Sorry, I'll find my spot and get ready to go. We are excited to usher in the next era of professional baseball in Cleveland as the Cleveland Guardians, adding to our team's deep and rich history in our community. We are pleased today to speak about both how we arrived at the name Guardians and how much this name means to us. As a fifth-generation Clevelander, I understand the historic impact and importance of this decision. Like most of you, I grew up with the name Indians. My first Indians heroes were the great Rocky Colavito and Sonny Siebert. My bond to the tribe was secured then, and my fandom has only grown over the years. The successes we enjoyed and shared in the last 3 decades as Indians, the World Series appearances, the Cy Young Award winners, the longest win streak in Major League Baseball history, and so many other great accomplishments will always be unforgettable Indians memories for all of us. Those memories do not diminish with a new name. Indians will always be part of our history, just as Cleveland has always been the most important part of our identity. In searching for a new brand, we sought a name that strongly reflects the pride, resiliency, and loyalty of Clevelanders. Guardians embodies those defining attributes while drawing upon the iconic Guardians of Traffic proudly standing just outside Progressive Field on the Hope Memorial Bridge. It brings to life the pride Clevelanders take in our city and the way we stand for each other while defending our Cleveland baseball family. We acknowledge the name change will be difficult for some of us, and the transition will take time. It is our hope and belief this change will divert us from a divisive path and instead steer us towards a future where our fans, city, and region are all united as Cleveland Guardians. While the name will be new, we believed it was important to maintain elements of continuity in the design marks, logos, and colors to emphasize the ongoing connection our past will have with our future. To talk through these elements, I will turn it over to our President of Business Operations, Brian Barron. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you to all of you for joining us here today. As Paul stated, we're excited to unveil our new design elements, and as excited as we are to unveil our new design, we've maintained some consistency with our current brand tied to our rich Major League Baseball history here in Cleveland. So first, I'd like to highlight 3 areas of consistency in the design of the new brand. First is our colors. Our team colors will remain the same. These colors have been a part of our organization for 80 years. We heard from fans that it was important to maintain the red, white, and navy to honor our Major League Baseball history here in Cleveland. Second is our script word mark. The Script Guardians word mark has a familiar script style. The script style has been part of our branding for the last 75 years. The angles within Script Guardians evoke the architecture of the Hope Memorial Bridge, mimicking the trusses on the underside of the bridge. And finally, our uniforms will be another area of continuity. We will wear Script Guardians word mark on red and white home uniforms, and we will continue to wear Cleveland on the road gray and navy uniforms featuring our new bridge print font. So I'd like to talk a little bit about 2 areas where our design has evolved with the new brand. And I'll start with our new Diamond C letter mark. This is an evolution of the Block C, and it respects the tradition and heritage of Cleveland baseball. The new Diamond C stands tall, just as the Guardians of Traffic stand tall watching over our ballpark, and it draws from the ascending diamond motifs at the top of each Guardian pylon. The tapered shape is also inspired by the letter forms from our 1920 and 1948 World Series clubs. Finally, our logo. This is one of the most important and unique elements in the design of our new brand. Our Guardians fastball logo is inspired by the helmets and wings of the Guardian statues, and the G purposefully wraps around and protects a baseball. The split finger G design is a tribute to our strong pitching heritage here in Cleveland. Finally, a little bit of perspective on how we chose the new team name and design. We let fan insight drive our decisions. Over the course of several months of research, we surveyed more than 40,000 fans. We conducted 140 hours of interviews with fans, community leaders, and front office personnel, and we generated 1,198 potential team names. Through all of our research, 3 key themes emerged, and we believe Guardians reflects all 3 of these insights that were most important to our fans. The first one was to connect to the city of Cleveland in a genuine and authentic way. Second, honor our rich Major League Baseball history here in Cleveland. And finally, unite our community. Since the announcement to change the name in December, our team has been hard at work to ensure that we pick a name that our fans and organization will be proud to have represent Cleveland baseball for the next 100+ years. I'd like to thank the Dolan family, and Paul Dolan specifically, for his leadership throughout this process. Additionally, I'd like to thank Alex King, Nikki Schmidt, Jason Wiedemann, Tara Hewitt, Curtis Danberg, Max Kosman, and Josen Darsick. They've had incredible leadership and collaboration that got us to the finish line. So what's next? We're going to finish the 2021 season as the Cleveland Indians, and then we will look to launch as the Cleveland Guardians at the conclusion of the 2021 season. And as we look forward and think about launching this new name, I'd like to welcome Tito to talk a little bit more about the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. You know, I don't know if anybody probably could have more of a tie to the Cleveland baseball organization than myself. And I spent my first 6 years of my life here as my dad enjoyed the best years of his career. I came back here as a player, came back as a special assistant, and then been the manager here for the last 9 years. So I have tremendous ties and caring and respect for the organization. Because of my job, I've got a chance to kind of witness from time to time some of the work that these people were doing, and it was incredible. And I am so proud to stand here and what Hammy said, what Paul said, what Brian said, I echo those sentiments. We're trying to be the best Cleveland organization we can be and be united for everybody and represent the city of Cleveland like it deserves. And I am so appreciative of, it's easy to sit in the back and say, yeah, we ought to do this. Paul had to kind of go front and center, and I think it took a lot of guts and a lot of bravery, and very, very much appreciated. We have a good leader, and we all feel like that. You know, I think there's time to answer more things later when we're in our own thing. I think it'd be good for Paul and Brian and Hammy and Curtis and everybody to be able to answer the questions. But I did want to make sure everybody understood that we are trying to be the most respectful we can. And it's not about us. It's about other people. And you have to step outside of your own skin and think about other people that may have different color skin and what they're thinking. And we're trying to be extremely respectful, and I'm really proud of our organization. Thank you, guys. Hammy?
Thank you, Tito, and thank you, Brian, and thank you, Paul. Right now, we want to, again, give you the opportunity in regards to the Cleveland Guardians' new name to wrap up this press conference with some one-on-one sessions with all of our leaders. So I know you've got that job to do. So thanks again for being with us, and see you at the ballpark tonight.